Which cities are you logging in from? If you can just put the name of your city. Okay, Nikita is from Kolkata. Great. Arpit's from Indore. Pali, Mayank. Okay. Akanksha from Mathura. Great. Akanksha के लिए specially Radhe Radhe. Okay, somebody from Gujarat, somebody from Jaipur. Muzaffarnagar, Mayur from Muzaffarnagar, UP. That's awesome. We are just waiting for Vibharal. How many of you are awaiting results, and how many of you are into the situation of already working somewhere? Mayank is awaiting results. Okay. Akanksha has. Okay. Nikita is a fresher. Akanksha has put up CSO. She must have completed her degree. Prathamesh is awaiting results. Fine. Great. Okay. Akanksha is a fresher looking for a job in Big Four. Great. And the pre-result drives may start soon, and the moment it starts, we'll share a particular form with you which you need to fill in. In the meanwhile, by the time Vibharal joins in, I'll just take you through the process. I think Vibharal has joined. Oh, great. Yes, Vibharal is here. Vibharal, I'll make you a co-host, which makes things easy for you. Now you can unmute yourself, Vibharal.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for joining in late. Yes,
Fine,
sir,
that's
please make me the co-host. Yeah.
yeah. I have made you the co-host, Vibharal. So you're all set. Vibharal, I think your screen got frozen. Just check at your end, please. I think there seems to be some connection issue. So in the meanwhile, I hope all of you are aware of the website and the support which we extend through our website to all of you. Once Vibharal joins in again and if he is back live, then we can take it further. In the meanwhile, I hope you are aware about this particular website which we run, Degree to Placements. So Degree to Placements is a website where we provide you all the learning material, interview prep videos as well as vacancies. And the best part is it doesn't require the sign up, it doesn't seek your mobile number, it doesn't seek your email ID. It's a free resource. In economics terms, it's a public good. So all that is available. I have shared loads of learning material on LinkedIn as well as detailed question and answers on this. So there is learning material shared on LinkedIn. There are multiple things. AI prompts to crack CA interviews, AI course list for CA fresher, upskilling blueprint, interview preparation roadmap, internal audit questions, statutory audit questions, direct tax questions, sustainability career, articleship advantage framework, CA fresher job map, interview readiness scorecard, most important interview questions for each role, top books every CA should read, what should not include in CV, why should we hire you. The answers to all these questions are available here. This is one very good document. I personally feel that interview readiness scorecard is a very nice document. The role clarity. I think Vibhral is joined. Vibhral, are you there now?
Yeah.
Okay, there seems to be a voice breakage, Vibhral, at your end. Just
Yeah.
can you?
Now is it okay?
Yes, it
Is
seems
it
to be.
okay now?
If you just can speak some more, so I can just gauge that yes,
Yeah, sure.
there is a
Yeah. Okay.
breakage.
For sure. Hello everyone. Yeah. Right now also there's a breakage of
थोड़ा थोड़ा breakage.
uh
Guys,
okay.
can you just confirm that if he is fully
Uh,
audible? At my end, there is a voice breakage. If all of you can also help so that we can get going with things. Nikita, Prathmesh, Akanksha. Voice break is there.
lag a bit.
There is a voice break, Vibhral.
That's better now. I don't know, connect to my laptop also and
There seems to be
link is not coming.
challenge.
One thing can you, sir, I need 1 minute just to make sure that link over the mail.
I'll send you the link over the email. No problems.
We will try to, yeah. So I will join it from my laptop. Right now I'm with my mobile.
Join from your laptop. I think that will help.
Yeah.
Vibhral, can you just type your email ID handy for me over WhatsApp? So I just send you the email.
Yeah.
Vibhral sent. Just check. Okay, Vibhral, now are you able to unmute yourself? I made you the co-host now,
Yeah, yeah. I'm able to.
and your voice is pretty clear now.
Great.
Yes, we are on track. Sorry guys to keep you waiting. टेक्नोलॉजी के सामने कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता. We all are stuck. So thank you very much, Vibhral, for being so available to us. I can say this is my privilege to say this line, and I think I'm one of those lucky teachers and educators where I have people with me where I can simply request them to come and share their wisdom with youngsters like you, and they happily and heartily agree. So, Vibral, thank you very much. Means I can go on and on again and again saying thank you, but I really mean that you pull out time for every exams, because we were apprehensive this time ki Vibral, can we ask you once again, and you were so openly agreeing to it, and you also said and went ahead ki rather than simply giving generic knowledge, you wanted to give some specific understanding to the kids. And I think this is valuable nectar which you will be giving to our children today, and the aspirants and even certain already qualified chartered accountants are there in this particular group. Let me tell you the demography. People are here from Kolkata, Indore, Pali, Mathura, Pune, Gujarat, Muzaffarnagar, and where not. So we are covering a good length and breadth of the country. So I will introduce you in a minute and then I'll hand it over to you. Then you can take it forward. Guys,
Yes, sir.
Vibhral Modi is right now a manager at EY in assurance, that is audit, statutory audit. The sub service line is core stat audit, and he is taking care of areas like private equity management companies audits, mutual funds and employee benefit pension audits. He is serving Central America, East America and Canada regions. His hobbies are reading about the latest audit developments, ये तो मजबूरी है by force, and playing cricket by heart. So we also played cricket together also in the CA League. We hope Vibharal we have once again in this May month.
Sure.
And he loves practicing and learning cricket and use of AI in work, maintaining confidentiality of data. The X factor is people management skills. He manages humongous events single-handedly. He led a cricket event of 48 teams in EY. He also was as a leader, managed and hosted leadership visits to Pune. And he believes in a simple fundamental which a chartered accountant with a lot of brain being used everywhere and getting exhausted and fatigued. Be worried, be nervous, but not more than you chill. So that's his motto. I welcome all of you and I welcome Vibharal on this particular session. Vibharal, thank you very much for being so generous to us. Over to you. You can take it up from here. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Deepak sir, for reading out this whole intro. Uh, thank you so much. Guys, I will not see. I have given this intro specifically for you guys, so it's kind of a very informal one. Why is it so? I don't want that you guys should get very formal and should think about only work. For me, when I'm getting more and more experience while working, I have realized one thing that the more you work, the more knowledge you will gain, definitely. But the child inside you should not be killed. Okay. The more energetic, the more people loving you are, I'm telling you, the more life will be easier for you. So that is why I've given my introduction like this, so that you can feel like that other than work, I do many things which I like. I have not let that go. Okay. So I am again open for the questions, to be very honest. And if you want to have any specific technical topic to discuss, I can do that also. And I love this forum because I like to interact. I like to get questions from young minds, what they are thinking at the starting of their career and how the thought process is going on. So I want to gain all that. So yeah, so that's something I will learn from your question. I will learn from your mindset, and whatever I gain from my experience, from other curricular activities which I do, and I will share that thing with you. Yeah. Deepak sir, can we start with questions? I'm okay with that instead of boring them with some technical knowledge right now. I think.
Questions की जगह I would suggest that if we can take something, if you want, I can anchor this with you. For
Yeah.
example, many of the candidates coming from smaller and mid-sized firms, So when we
Okay.
get into this offshore accounting format, what happens is we get the books of accounts from entities which are located abroad, and when they are located abroad, so you get the data, you get access to their data, and then you perform the audit procedures sitting here along with your team. Correct? So now, as you mentioned that you do a payroll testing. So in terms of that, if you can walk us through, so what will happen is if you walk us through the payroll process, the other process in 5 minutes basics, so then we can have more specific questions to you which will make them ready for interviews also. Guys, what do you say?
Okay.
Can I do this on behalf of all of you? Ananya says yes, Mayank says yes. And in the meanwhile, if you all also have questions, specific area wise, you can add. So I think Vibharal, we can take specific area wise, like walk us through the payroll concept.
Okay. Great. Okay. Makes sense.
That's
Makes
how
sense.
we will take
Okay.
it. Payroll ले लेंगे,
हाँ.
areas ले लेते हैं अपन. That will help them prepare for interviews also and increase their understanding also.
Sure. 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 Okay, sorry. Yeah, so actually, you know what happened? I will go with specifically with payroll. Okay. My first question is this, like, what we first understand by the payroll, right? Simply the employees which are listed in our company. As simple as that. Okay. In US, what happens? People are allowed to choose the investment in which they want to make, sorry, to the security in which they want to make the investment. Okay. Though government defines some parameters. Okay. These are the kind of companies in which you can uh, put your money in the PF amount. And mainly those areas are related to the development of nation, right? For example, you can invest in companies which are related to the infrastructure, defense, agriculture, and such kind of a company. So they have some parameters that is very wide. A very wide set of companies are there, okay, in which you can invest, right? Every employee has a right to invest in any of the companies. So, and now, just like our in Indian practice, the way that PF get deducted, right, in the same manner, their amount get deducted by some percentage, and the employer has to match so that particular amount in a percentage. Okay. For example, our IDPF deduct by 10%, and employer has to match 10%, right? But there are things a little bit different. Employee can ask for any amount of deduction they want. Okay. So there is a limit they set, okay, for up to this age, $15,000 or $20,000 like that. The limit keep changing, okay, as per the section 24 of I'm not remembering the act exactly. Okay. So DOL, Department of Labor Act, one is there. Okay. As per that act, those things are keep changing. Okay. So there is a limit set for around $24,000 for this year. Okay. Now, up to that limit, they can choose if they want to deduct their $24,000 in first 6 months or first 3 months of in equally in all the 12 months. So they have the liberty. So the main logic behind is this: like we assume that American people are educated, they will follow the law, and we don't want to force them. So they have the liberty to manage their deductions. Okay. Now coming to the second part, what we do in audit. Audit is quite simple of that. We have to check whether that particular person is an employee of that company or not. Then the amount deducted is as per the agreement signed by the company and the employee. Okay, okay, in this manner, my amount should get deducted. Third part, okay, the amount which has been deducted is in the same pattern or not. Okay, and fourth part, whether it has been deposited to the PF account properly or not. So this is how we have to check the full thing. Okay, so every person has a different role defined in this company. One is called plan administrator. Okay, so plan administrator is the first person who is the person who is responsible that amount should get deducted and deposited to the PF account. Then again comes another record keeper, and they have to make sure that sorry, record keeper is the person who have to make sure that amount has been deducted and deposited. And then plan administrator has to take care the correct amount has been deducted and it has been invested in the proper same investment security in which the employee has designated. That's all. This is the whole audit process is there. Okay. So we have some enablements. We have some proper. When I say enablements, these are like a formatted Excel file which are pre-populated with formulas. Okay. All the formats, everything which is required as per the Department of Labor audits or PCAOB if the company is listed. And of that listed company, we are doing the 11K audit, a 401K audit. This payroll is called 401K audits or 11K audits. 11K, we call it on the basis of the firm of which the amount is getting deducted. If that company is listed, we call it 11K audit. And for other companies, it is called 401K audit. In 11K audit, there's a few disclosures which are more than 401K audit. That's all. Nothing much change. The testing is similar only. 90% testing is similar only. Okay. Now again, another concept come in this investments. What is investment? Like what we check in investment, right? Suppose I have said, okay, do my investment. So employer said, okay, please invest my money in Apple company. They have invested. Are we going to check the Apple ka valuation? No. When there is an investment, right, so we have to make sure that some investments are run by the trust which are owned by the company. So we have to make a valuation whether that valuation at within those investment of the employee's money has been done is correct or not. That is called investment testing over there. Or if the investments or the PF amount is done in another company, okay, so we have to check whether at the correct rate on the date on which the investment has been done, at the correct rate the investment has been done or not. So someone taken out the money in between or some extra commission has been charged, something like all these things we have to check. This is a quite, I will say, a bird eye view of the whole investment thing, of the whole payroll thing. Okay. Now, now how we interact, how we ask questions. So there are mainly the plan administrators are mainly fidelity. Most of them are for fidelity. Okay. So generally, I the plan administrators audit of the PF accounts which I audit are of plan administrators. So I use those. I use Fidelity as the plan. Sorry, my company is Fidelity, so I take documents mainly from the Fidelity. And Fidelity is having the portal in which they upload for each plan. See, when I'm saying payroll audit, so every payroll audit makes a plan like direct contribution plan, direct benefit plan, like that. So if I'm auditing any payroll, it means I'm auditing a plan according to which the employee's money is getting deducted and deposited in some investment account. Okay. So if I'm auditing a plan, so Fidelity maintains the account of their clients as in a plan format. So every detail related to the plan, from financial statements to all the activities, contribution, distribution, everything comes in that portal. I can easily download it. Okay. There are many reports, contribution report, distribution report. Okay. And the forfeiture report. Sometimes what happened, like people drop out from the company, but whatever the employee contribution has been done, okay, that get forfeited because the condition has not been satisfied. So, and according to that, they deduct some that amount get forfeited and it remains with the plan account. Okay, so then that amount employer can use for other purposes because employer and when employer deduct the amount from each person and deposit it in some investment, do some investment, and employer has the authority for the amount which get forfeited. It can utilize that amount for the fulfillment of their minimum amount which are required to be deposited in investment accounts as per the law. So there are small things which we take care of, which we go through the plan document. We read through the whole plan document. Now with the help of AI, we generally don't read the whole 120 pages of plan document. We just put it on the Copilot, which is authorized by us, which is for which they have a contract. EY and Microsoft have a contract for the Copilot, which will be using the LLM format. Okay, but they will not be transferring any data from EY to their own server, own cloud. It will be remaining on EY cloud only, so that confidentiality remain maintained. Okay, it always maintained. So we upload that plan document, and accordingly we ask questions which are predefined. Okay, and if I have any other query, if I want to go in deep to inquire about any of the, suppose for one of the employee participant, the amount deducted was not proper. Then I looked into the plan document. I asked question to the Copilot K. Is there any reason why this document? Is there any clause in the document which say that that employee can allow the company to deduct lesser amount than the amount required as per the law? Is there any provision like that? Then Copilot do the whole thing and it give us the answer. Like it also give us the paragraph from which page number it has taken that particular answer from. So this is how we are working. This is how we are using AI. So this is the whole process. I think so. If I go and if I keep going on, it's a
No
long
worries.
process.
I can
The audit
understand.
goes for 4 months, right?
Yes. So, in terms of understanding, so that means, as you said, that the understanding of the document is easier now through the Copilot, which is authorized.
Yeah,
You understand that, and then you develop that audit process accordingly, and then accordingly you start checking, and then there are practical operationalities involved: employees joining, employees leaving, the limits being fixed. So,
yeah.
what is the overall comfort which we give them that the amount which is appearing into the financial statements is appropriately accounted in the proper heads, and the adequacy of the amount debited is proper? That is the final assurance which goes to the lead auditor, which is sitting there. So there must be like regular reviews happening on this, or what happens? Because last when I remember you said that most of the work is nowadays done in India.
See, so there's no regular audits happen. There's nothing concurrent audit happens for these items. Okay. At the end, everything is very much automated, sir. Okay. Every employee has an access to the fidelity to the plant administrator account with their portion of data. They can anytime go and change their percentage, what percentage they want to deduct their amount. Okay. Fidelity itself is having a parameter. Okay, this employee now it's been 6 months. Okay, and he has not deducted sufficient amount for the remaining 6 months. Minimum 12% of the amount should get deducted. So it automatically doesn't give them the option to deduct anything less than 12%. They have to select either 12% or more. So this is a check. And how we know this check is okay or not? For that, the SOC report comes into the play. In AVP audit, SOC reports plays a major role. For every year, Fidelity ka SOC report comes to us. We check it. Is there any default deficiency find in the internal control of the Fidelity? Then we accordingly change our sample size. So this is how we look into. Okay, because Fidelity is kind of a third party which is getting which of services of which are utilized by our clients. So this is how we get comfort over the third party softwares through SOC reports. So we don't do the concurrent audit. We look at the SOC reports. We check the controls are okay. Then accordingly we select the samples. And generally, so we are not following the control alliance approach. We go with the full details, test of details, substantive approach, where we'll choose maximum of the samples as per the tools which we are using, which are defined, which are designed as per the US audit laws. So this is how we are performing the audits as of now.
Okay. So that's one. And secondly, when we go for fixed assets audit sitting here in India, when we try to give that assurance ki fixed assets ka assurance humko dena and all the assets are existing, they are relevant, they are in working condition. So how does that works actually? You may getting a fixed asset register, and then you
Yeah.
might be something. This is something very keen and interesting from my point of view also, that how do you do that sitting here?
So actually, to be very honest, fixed asset existence testing, okay, that is done by the US guys only. They go on our behalf. That okay, we have to check this and that. Okay, so they go on their behalf to check it, and they let us know. Okay, it exists like that. those audits are done by them only. Whether physical things are, whether physical appearance is required, right? So that is done by the US part. For example, sir, few companies are not um, comfortable in sending some agreements to us while we're auditing anything. So for
Hmm.
that, they ask us to come to office, take a look, read that the agreement, fill up your data, whatever you want to, fill up your questionnaire, then go. So there are a few companies which are not comfortable in sending. So there, in those cases, someone from the US goes. And right now, yes, yesterday I was working. So yesterday when I was working, right? So in a fixed asset, there was some issue, right? As per the laws, US laws, what happened? You cannot depreciate laptops for more than 3 years, right? Within 3 years, we have to
Write
set
it
them
off.
off, write them off, right? Okay. But while making the depreciation policy, the company has made a mistake that they depreciated laptop as per the furniture, and furniture can depreciate in 15 years.
Hmm. Wrong
So laptop,
classification.
yeah, also they put laptop also in in that category. Up now that policy is wrong, right? First of all, they cannot they cannot do anything now. Policy is wrong because it is not as per law. It is a mistake which we have find. Up and laptop came in our sampling process. Okay, that line item came in our sampling process. Simple. What happened in this? Now the amount is so much less that we cannot alter the audit report because of that. We have to notice that also.
Immaterial.
Yeah,
Insignificant.
immaterial. So if we extrapolate, suppose there is 100 million of assets, laptop is of 10 million, the depreciation mistake is of amount of only 200,000. If I'm extrapolating, right? Suppose a laptop is 1% of, sorry, 10% of the total fixed assets, okay, and difference is 200,000. So if I do the math in reverse direction, so if suppose I have tested 100% population, then this 200,000 might have become 2 million, right? And my SAT or it is less than my T, which is around 15 million. So it is way less than my T, right? So now it becomes immaterial for us. So we cannot alter the audit report because of that. So we find a lot of mistakes, but they're so small that even if we extrapolate those mistakes to check at the whole level, okay, what if this mistake pertains in every 10% of the population which we have selected, then how much that difference will make up. And if it is less than T, then we don't alter our audit report. We simply give it as a client feedback to them. If this policy is wrong, for next year you can change this policy. Like that. So, and to be very honest, guys, these small recommendation to the clients in US, they are well appreciated, very well appreciated, but not in India. So that's the working change in working culture. Okay, if you are giving them suggestions, they are very well appreciated over there. But here people don't take it that in a great sense. So we also keep a note of those things, which items has to be given as a feedback to the client and which has to be given as a matter of emphasis in the audit report. Yeah.
So that was assets. So one thing is, I was just wondering कि अमेरिका जाने को मिल जाएगा asset verification करने के लिए. On a
सर
lighter side.
ट्रम्प
On a lighter
ट्रम्प
side.
सर ट्रम्प सर नहीं आने दे रहे हैं सर, वो
ट्रम्प
बहुत
सर
बहुत
नहीं आने दे
मुश्किल.
रहे हैं, आप लोगों को भी प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है उस चीज से.
यस सर, बिल्कुल. Many people are not in EY, many firms people are मतलब उनका वीजा रिजेक्ट हो गया है, या जो लॉन्ग टर्म रोटेशन प्लान थे वो नहीं, दे आर आस्किंग फॉर द लॉन्गर फीस, higher fees. So people are now, it become very tougher and tougher day by day to go to US.
Things become challenging.
Yeah. Hopefully business is good. That is more important.
Hopefully, and then things are getting better now. Like last 1 week, there is some positive news with Trump,
Yeah.
but you never know.
Yeah. Trump is moody, sir. Very moody.
That on a lighter note, that VUCA thing is going on now. You people hear about VUCA. VUCA is volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. Well, rather than
Okay.
doing this VUCA, you just said Donald Trump. It's one at the same thing.
Yeah. So not only even US people are making fun of it now. They also don't know what is going to happen.
हाँ, nobody is clear. Everybody is wondering कि कुछ तो होगा, अब देखते क्या होगा.
So one thing good happened out of all this, like when he raised the fees to 100,000 for the
Golden
permanent,
visa.
for the longer jobs, right? For longer period of jobs, if you want to give them, you have to pay the fees of 100,000. So what is happening? The whole world has like little bit declined toward India for opening GCC, Global Competence Centers.
Yes, Global Captivity Center. That is the biggest employment base now for chartered
Yeah.
accountants also.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, there's so much, so ample opportunity over here in Pune. In Pune only, I can say because I'm living in that area, and that area within 1 year, around 40,000 of sitting capacity has been developed in just 1 year.
40,000.
And every single building which is constructed for the office has been either booked or the furniture work has started of GCCs only. Those are coming in very vast, no, in very fast pace.
I may just ask many of them who are awaiting results what is the meaning of GCC.
So it's a very high time.
All the kids are supposed to tell us what is GCC. It should not so happen that me and Vibhral are only speaking. You should make some sense out of it. We are doing this for all of you. What are GCCs? Come on. Because they may be offering you jobs. अब थोड़ा ध्यान से ढूंढना पड़ेगा आपको शायद.
Yeah, they will be offering you a job, definitely. And even we are even people are even big fours are planning attrition because of those.
Opening centers so that we can work abroad. No, my
Even
friend. No. It
even
has been like a BPO or a KPO to the
yeah.
advanced level thing. पहले किसी और से करवाते थे. They used to get the work done through others. So now they said that rather than having somebody in between, we can open up our own center. So that reduces the intermediary cost. So let's say a PwC or a Deloitte or a KPMG or a EY is opening up centers and helping them out. So now they are saying, okay, thank you, we can do it on our own. That's how. So now all the big fours are helping them set up their own GCCs. Correct me if I'm
And
wrong, Vibhral.
exactly, sir. And another issue is this: the confidentiality. Like for few indoor offices are doing this, okay. So, but the confidentiality is not that great. The data can be leaked at any point of a time. So, having GCCs having their own setup will gain the confidence on the confidentiality of the data, and that is then they are very keen about it, very rigid about it. They don't want any single line item should be disclosed in any public place. So that is why the GCCs are getting set up because they can send more confidential data to India to, that people can work on it. आप लोगों को आइडिया नहीं है लेकिन सिक्योरिटी इश्यूज इतना बड़ा इशू है कि they're spending millions on just having a software which should not have any glitch or should be safe from the other cyber attacks.
That's one. And then when we go and have a conversation with you, Vibral, on the part of what I was just thinking is, JVs, JE testing related, no, revenue testing is. In revenue
Revenue,
testing,
yeah.
I wanted to understand, for example, a lot of intangible things happen nowadays. So,
Yeah.
like Ind AS 15115 is related to revenue testing. So, in terms of manufacturing, we can still have a gauge of things that okay, contracts are there, it's being made or not, and RMWIPFG. But the moment you go on to things like coupons and loyalty points, bonus points, and all those things also get into action when you are trying to work on the revenue things, because many of us like we acquire points and we can use that. So that
Yeah.
accounting also becomes a thing nowadays. All
Critical.
these discounts and coupon codes, because all those things are like they may or may not come, so it has to be disclosed and accounted properly. So if you can just
The
take a small as a generic walk through that, how do you test revenue? Boys and girls, you can add your questions. I don't know why I am only asking questions. You can add your questions, please.
So the question which you have asked, right? It is generally asked in the interviews. Like when
Okay.
I'm saying कि I'm looking at the revenue area, okay, tell me how you will deal with this. Believe me or not, sir, this question is generally asked in the interviews. Okay. So for example, when you are saying this about you mentioned discount, you mentioned loyalty points, right?
Because what I remember is earlier when I read IFRS, so there was something called IFRIC in that. So that was
Okay.
IFRICs were there, matlab additional guidance notes were there to the main thing. But what I have learned with the new kids is Ind AS 115 includes all these things nowadays in the accounting standard itself.
Yeah.
Akanksha, Parikshit, Arpit, can you please share some light on this?
या अगर आप लोग बोलोगे ना तो मेरे को ना कन्वर्सेशन करने में और मजा आएगा आप तुम लोग क्योंकि मैं एकदम सोच के नहीं आता हूँ कि मुझे क्या बात करनी है मैं ये सोच के आता हूँ कि मुझे क्या जवाब देना है तो थोड़ा अप्रोच में थोड़ा डिफरेंस है अगर आप बात पूछोगे इट वुड बी इंटरेस्टिंग
115 states how discount and loyalty are to be recorded and when. Yes.
ओके
Okay, Vibhral, if you can just take us through with that.
ओके सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सर द ऑडिट विच आई डू इज ऑफ मैनेजमेंट कंपनीज okay which has many different small brokers under him so which and those brokers give the money management services to their clients and they charge fees for that.
Mm-hmm.
In that, the topmost complications come when they have decided to give you some discounts. Okay, so if
Mm-hmm.
suppose they have given some discount that if they reach at this particular level, then the fees will be charged at a lesser rate. This is the maximum complication which I come across. Okay. But then other complication is like the basis of the revenue calculation. On what basis? Like suppose they are saying 1% of AUM. So calculation of AUM, they can have many clauses of that. We will include cash, we will not include cash, we might include the fixed assets, also some say we will not include the fixed assets. Well, every agreement with every investor will have different contracts. Okay, different clauses in that. So we have to ascertain which clause is applicable on the calculation of that particular AUM on the basis of which the revenue percentage will be applied and revenue will be calculated. This is the first part. Now, as I told you, like my hobby is to learn about revenue development like that. So in India, what happens? We are too much in number. If we give them the option, okay, you can do accounting as per you and you can do accounting as per your perspective, but we want things to be recorded. Okay, so that is why in India we cannot give different options to different people. We have to be rigid so that when we are executing that particular AS in AS, it should be properly executed. It should be properly implemented, and we should not have difficulty in checking that whether that thing has been done correctly. But in US, what happens like they have given them the options. Okay, if you want to record in this manner, record in this manner. If you want to record in some other manner, you can record in some other manner. Okay. So last time I checked as per the US laws, okay, for discount and loyalty points, US giving two options. Either you can go with accounting as per the previous experience. Suppose you are saying, okay, मैंने 500 रुपए का कूपन दिया market Spencer ने, which can be limited, which can be अभी जो utilize कर सकते हो, you can utilize it in next 6 months. And my financial year ends after 3 months of that sale when I given that coupon of 500. So they can say, okay, when the discount will be redeemed, please um, consider it as an expense on that particular day. Or as per your experience, whenever I give the discount coupons, it is sure that 90% of the discount coupons get redeemed. Okay. So out of those 90%, you can consider that 90% as an expense right now. We have two different perspectives. Okay. So I have not, to be very honest, sir, I have not read what 115 says as of now in India because I'm not in touch with those laws. I'm completely looking at the US laws. Okay. but there are two different perspectives in US goes on. Okay, now little bit of moving from the laws in actual of revenue test. What you do in revenue testing? Anyone wants to discuss what you do in revenue testing, how you audit the revenue testing? सी मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि एफएमसीजी का रेवेन्यू टेस्टिंग का प्रोसेस थोड़ा अलग होगा. um, आपका फॉर एग्जाम्पल ट्रेडिंग ब्रोकर्स रेवेन्यू टेस्टिंग प्रोसेस डिफरेंट होगा. सी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, what are three major things in revenue testing, right? Whether that sale happen or not, okay? Whether that sale, if happened, has been recorded in the proper period or not, and third, whether the collection of that sale, okay, collection of that sale, the collectibility of that sale, that will happen or not. Whether it should be like if it is in credit, right? So whether the sale has will the amount related to that will be realized or not. That we have to also check. Those are three things we have to check. Okay. First of all, sale has happened or not, right? So I will go from the broker perspective because that is what I'm testing right now. So I will give you a good idea. Okay. My sale has happened. Okay. How I will realize that my services are provided by my client to their customers. Okay. It means it is a continuous process. It is not a one-time event. It will go throughout the year. We have to understand that also. Sale happening, it means you have to check from two perspective. Is it a one-time event, just like happens in FMCG industry? One-time cloth has been sold, one-time event, right? But now in FMCG also the services are provided like this. One-time cloth has been sold. If anything happens in next 2 years, we will be responsible. Okay. So in that service also linked along with the product sold, right? So how you are going to record that? First perspective. Second, the sale has been recorded. For example, my agreement with my agreement, sorry, agreement of my client and their customers happened in January, right? So and the fees has to be paid upfront for 6 months. Okay. So my sale is will be recorded in this year for 3 months only, right? I'm still thinking from financial year from April to March. Okay, so I have to check whether the 3 months it has been recorded in the correct period or not. Only 3 months it has been recorded in this or not. In collectability, how will is there any chance? Is there any probability that amount will not be collected? So according to that, we will check whether the what the whether the in reality sale has been happened or not. The transfer of ownership and everything. We have to check that also. These are the whole process we have to look into. Yeah.
And in terms of, if I may ask, seems to be quite heavy to all of them. पूछ नहीं पा रहे हैं questions.
Yeah, that is
Can
all
you take
things
it
have
like that?
been technically, yeah.
Yeah. Akanksha is in audit how to know that reward points are allocated and recognized because sometimes reward points are redeemed by customers, so there is a chance to decrease or increase revenue. I think
How to
Akanksha
know that reward?
is saying you can read the question, Vibhral, if you want to.
Yeah. No, 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 no. We see this is what is happening. We always make provisions. In here we always make provisions. We have to check how as a last year experience, like what has happened in last year. Okay. If according to that we do the accounting for the reward points. Suppose for MX we always get 15 for every 100 rupees you can get 1 rupee a reward point, which you can redeem at any point of a time, right? So how many times we redeem that, and how we will record that? So every in every this will be decided uh, uh, by the policies itself. For example, in SBI card, my points क्या बोलते हैं उसको खत्म हो जाएंगे. They will be gone if I haven't utilized them in 12 months. But in MX, they will not be ending. They will remain till the time you use the card. If suppose I have 150,000 points right now, and no matter if I didn't use the card for next 6 months, then also those points will remain as it is. Okay, if I want to redeem them after 2 years, those 50,000 points, they will remain as it is. For MX, the accounting will be like once the point has been done, the value for point they will set. Okay, they will set the value point and then they will record it as an expense right away. For example, I can convert this 50,000 points at 25 paisa each. 1 point at 25 paisa, like that, 1/4. So they will record the expense like that. They will record around 1,200 rupees. They will put it down as an expense right away. It is their policy. For SBI card, policy will be different. Their expectation will be different because sometimes point doesn't get redeemed. They get forfeit because people didn't even utilize them. So the revenue testing is quite based on the policy how we are recording it. So you have to check that also. So you cannot put one proper chart for that. You have to go through. You have to read a lot. What is a company policy and what they are expecting? How management has. See, when we said now, we have to consider expectation of management. So please make sure, my dear friend, please make sure those expectations set by the management are driven by some good basis, some believable basis per ho. We have to give the reasoning why the expectation of managements are correct. So make sure that we are doing that also. That is also part of audit. IFRS नॉट फॉलोड फॉर अकाउंटिंग नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. IFRS भी होता है पर वो कनाडा रीजन में होता है. मैं जहाँ काम करता हूँ यूएस गैप फॉलो होते हैं. जिन क्लाइंट में मैं काम करता हूँ वहाँ यूएस गैप होते हैं. ओके, जब कनाडा जैसे कोई फॉर्म है जो कनाडा बेस है वो IFRS फॉलो करेगी यूएस पार्ट के लिए यूएस गैप के अकॉर्डिंग डॉक्यूमेंट है, लाइक दैट.
So I think we have got some idea. And do you all have some generic questions in regard to the overall understanding, friends? I also wanted to ask Vibharal if, because as of now these kids are all awaiting their results. This time we have done this session a bit early. Results are supposed to be delivered in first week of March. So this is pre-result. Seems to be like all of them are on the mode कि अरे इतना पढ़ के बैठे हैं अभी और कितना questions कराएंगे हमको. So if you all other boys and girls have some few questions, so we'll be more than happy to take.
आप चैट पे लिख सकते हो.
हाँ, we can ask the question in chat.
तो जब तक मैं 5 मिनट्स आपको बता देता हूँ कि हम लोग जब इंटरव्यूज लेने जा रहे हैं तो व्हाट वी आर मिसिंग बेसिकली इन कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स एंड सीए स्टूडेंट्स इज द मेन लैक ऑफ द पर्सनालिटी. हम डर जाते हैं, घबरा जाते हैं कि हमने तो टेक्निकल पढ़ा है, हमको टेक्निकल आंसर नहीं आ रहा है. और आप विश्वास मानोगे जो इंटरव्यूअर होता है वो डराने ही बैठा होता है कि हम कुछ ऐसा पूछें जो आपको नहीं समझ में आए. We want to just test what if the situation got worse and how you're going to handle it. Because you're entering into the world where things are real. You cannot take excuses of the mistakes you have made. Mistakes will be made. We are human. Okay. Even AI is making a lot of mistakes, sir. Lot of mistakes. You cannot believe on AI data. Whenever it says it is so, no. Just whenever you're asking AI anything, just retype. Are you sure what you're telling me is correct, absolutely correct? Or is there any other approach to it? Just ask them. I'm telling you, it will give a separate answer, a different answer, sorry. So make sure that if you're making mistakes, you should be able to own it and you should take some correct decisions after that. So that's the important. First, develop the confidence. Like if any technical answer goes wrong, no worry. You can have the time to redeem it and try to give some true answers. Okay, suppose I am not wrong, I will get back to you. I will look into it. I will look into that. I will study the material and I will get back to you. Okay. सो ऐसा नहीं कि ऑडिट रिपोर्ट हमने बोल दिया 10 तारीख को साइन होनी है तो 10 तारीख को ही होनी है. Things got delayed because sometimes we find our own mistakes a little bit late. We delay the audit report. We delay sometimes the audit issuance. So yeah, develop it in a personality that no matter what things goes wrong, we are here. We have the capability to handle it. That's the most important thing. Second, communication skill. How should I put it? Like you should be a little bit on a pro side from English speaking. So make that sure that you're watching English movies or you're watching English shows so that you can get in that aura and then get into that whole thing to understand what I'm going to speak, okay, how things are pronounced over there. It definitely make an impact. So these two things, please take care of while you giving an interview. That is what, to be honest, Deepak sir, we have observed these two things only in interviews. How you are owning your mistakes or what you do when you are not knowing the things which I'm asking, which an interviewer is asking, and how is your communication skill. And I think it is needless to say, get dress well, don't go in
No,
like
that is
round neck
something nowadays
t-shirts.
they have to understand. If they are not able to do that, so
सी मैं जब इंटरव्यू लेने जाता हूँ ना दीपक सर, आई फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मेरा पहला इंप्रेशन होता है हाउ यू आर ड्रेस्ड, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. This is I am saying this in a very informal forum. I don't take this as a very formal forum. This is your students, and we are just buddies which are here to help you. So I'm not worried about much over here. But if I'm going for an interview, like, or if I'm going to take some interviews and going to for any college, no matter how big or small that college, I always dressed well. My beard will be trimmed. My hairs will be very formalized, properly cut होंगे proper. Not shady hairs लेके नहीं जा रहा हूँ मैं. I will make sure that my breath is smelling good. I will make sure I'm smelling good. I make sure my shoes are polished. My clothes are ironed. Because you are representing, and when I'm going to take an interview, I'm representing an organization. I'm not representing myself. I'm taking the whole burden of that organization on my head. Okay, I'm going to represent EY. So EY is a big brand name. So always dress like that. People should automatically respect you. So when you are going for an interview, please dress well. I don't know about girls formal wears what are, but guys, if you can have a good white shirt and blue pant, please wear that. I will always recommend, please wear that. It always give a impression of sanity and dedication. That is my take.
I think Akanksha wants to have a question on the mic. Akanksha, you can unmute yourself. I'll just help you. I've asked you to unmute. You can.
Hello, sir.
Hi,
राधे
Akanksha.
राधे 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 सर.
Radhe Radhe.
सर एक डाउट था, जैसे कि सब लोग बोलते हैं कि ईवाई या बिग फोर्स के इंटरव्यूज में सामने से फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वो लोग रिजेक्ट करते हैं अटेम्प्ट्स के मैटर पर. तो ऐसा ऐसा कुछ मतलब किसी किसी के अटेम्प्ट्स लग भी जाते हैं ड्यू टू दी थ्योरेटिकल इश्यूज और कुछ भी. तो सर अब एक्सपीरियंस हो मतलब प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपोजर हो और फिर भी रिजेक्ट हो जाते हैं, तो सर उसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए? क्योंकि कभी कभी जैसे कि आपने बोला मिस्टेक हो जाती हैं, तो उस टाइम नर्वस होते हैं. मैं भी हुई थी एक इंटरव्यू में, पर वो बोलते हैं फिर एंड में कि आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस हाई हैं या फिर प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपोजर नहीं है, और हम लोग रिसेंटली मतलब प्रॉपर आंसर कर रहे हैं, फिर भी वो कैंसिल कर देते हैं कि नहीं नहीं ऐसा क्यों. मतलब ये बात समझ नहीं आती, मतलब फिर ऐसा क्या एक्स्ट्रा करें हम लोग
नहीं,
कि जिससे
आप
कि.
गलत लेके जा रहे हो.
हम्म.
बिग फोर का एक ही नियम है, 4
हम्म.
अटेम्प्ट से ज्यादा नहीं लेते वो लोग फाइनल के,
ओके.
है ना.
सर मेरा मेरा तीन अटेम्प्ट थे, उनका वो तो था, पर उनका था कि नो 3 अटेम्प्ट वालों को भी नहीं लेंगे हम लोग, उन्होंने डायरेक्ट ऐसा बोला.
देखो ऐसा होगा, उनको चाहिए होंगे
हम्म.
50 लोग, है ना.
हम्म.
और उनको सिलेक्ट हो गए होंगे उनके साथ 80-90. क्योंकि जब हम लोग इंटरव्यू लेने जाते हैं ना, इट इज नॉट
हम्म.
मी ओनली टेकिंग इंटरव्यू, 4 और लोग बैठे होते हैं,
ओके.
है ना. उन उन है ना, उन 4 लोगों ने माइट भी होगा कि 30-30 लोग सिलेक्ट कर लिए होंगे, तो वो 120 उन्हीं ने सिलेक्ट कर लिए. आपका
हम्म.
इंटरव्यू मैंने लिया होगा, आप मेरे 20 में हो गए, तो ऐसे मिला
हम्म.
के 150 लोग सिलेक्ट हो चुके हैं, पर उनको चाहिए थे 50.
हम्म.
देन दे स्टार्ट सॉर्टिंग आउट. इट्स द होल प्रोसेस. इट इज नॉट लाइक कि
ओके.
हमको 3 जब मैंने इंटरव्यू दिया था मेरे 4 अटेम्प्ट थे, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, तो उन्होंने मेरे को तब भी लिया क्योंकि उनको जरूरत थी। शायद
ओके।
नहीं होती तो नहीं लेते, निकाल
हाँ,
देते।
सही बात है।
अब हाउ टू आउटस्टैंड दैट, सी हम लोग क्या लिखते हैं इंटरव्यू में, हमारा फीडबैक क्या होता है, सिंपल फीडबैक होता है। पहला फीडबैक हमारा होता है वेरी गुड, अगर लेना है ना कि शी इज वेरी गुड इन टॉकिंग, शी नो हाउ टू क्वेश्चन हरसेल्फ, है ना, एक जनरिक
हम्म
रिव्यू हो गया। बट
हम्म
अगर कोई क्लाइंट सॉरी कोई कैंडिडेट अगर
हम्म
बहुत ही आउटस्टैंडिंग होता है
हम्म
कि, जैसे मैंने बोला ना कि आप आते हो, आपका एक्सपीरियंस पहले मैटर करता है, हाउ
हाँ हाँ
कॉन्फिडेंट
हाँ।
यू आर लुकिंग, chin up, okay, how well you are dressed. These all are small, small things, but this start giving the impression. Okay.
हम्म
जब आप बैठते हो, how you are introducing yourself. It should be
yeah,
small and crisp, which is needed for the interview. Okay.
हम्म
If the interviewer is quite frank, every interview is different. When I meet people, I want them to relax a bit, so I talk here and there a little bit for 2-3 minutes. If you
हम्म
feel like if they're asking questions like what are your hobbies, then you can start telling you okay what मेरी hobbies क्या है all that,
क्या
है ना?
है?
Then at technical front, you should be very very good. To be very honest, हर
ओके।
टेक्निकल आंसर आपको नहीं आता होगा, लेकिन कोई टेक्निकल क्वेश्चंस अगर आपको आधा भी आता है, आधा मतलब
हम्म
कि रेवेन्यू टेस्टिंग कैसे होती है, अगर
हम्म
आपको ये मालूम कि रेवेन्यू क्या होता है, गो फॉर इट,
हम्म
एक्सप्लेन वो,
ओके।
यू कैन डिफाइन योर एंड ऑलवेज ट्राई टू गिव आंसर्स इन पॉइंट्स, कि हम पहले ये करेंगे, हम फिर ये करेंगे, फिर हम वो करेंगे। भले ही आप जो
हम्म
स्ट्रक्चर आई एम टेलिंग यू, हम जब मैं अगर इंटरव्यू ले रहा हूँ ना आपका, तो मेरे को भी पॉइंट वाइज याद नहीं रहेगा कि रेवेन्यू टेस्टिंग लिटरली होती कैसे है, बट व्हेन यू
ओके।
ब्रेक इट, इट लुक्स दैट यू आर सॉर्टेड,
या यू
है
गॉट,
ना,
आई गॉट द पॉइंट, या।
है ना। अब समझो,
हम्म
हर मैं क्या बोलूं कि एफएमसीजी का रेवेन्यू टेस्टिंग डिफरेंट होगा, मेरे मैं जो रेवेन्यू टेस्टिंग कर रहा हूँ उससे बिल्कुल डिफरेंट होगा,
हम्म
है ना। फिगर मिलाने होंगे, हर जगह मिलाने होंगे फिगर्स तो, लेकिन चीजें डिफरेंट होंगी बहुत तरीके से, प्रोसेस डिफरेंट होगा, राइट, रिकॉर्डिंग नोट्स डिफरेंट जाएंगे, वर्क पेपर के नोट्स बहुत डिफरेंट बनेंगे, राइट। तो हर जगह
हम्म
चीजें डिफरेंट होंगी ही होंगी, पर आपको समझना होगा कि आप सॉर्टेड हो, कि हम पहले चेक
सॉरी।
करेंगे कि मेरा प्रॉपर सेल हुआ कि नहीं हुआ, सेल पीरियड में प्रॉपर रिकॉर्ड हुआ कि नहीं हुआ। अब कनेक्टिंग पॉइंट्स अपने आप बनते चले जाएंगे,
ओके।
राइट। अगर उसने कुछ क्रॉस क्वेश्चन कर लिया, इट मीन्स यू विन, आपकी जीत हो गई, कि उसको समझ आ रहा है, उसने लिख लिया या वो
हम्म
पूछ रहा है। मतलब अगर सेम पॉइंट डिस्कशन हो रहा है, बट इट मीन्स यू आर विनिंग। अगर वो टॉपिक चेंज कर रहा है क्विकली, इट मीन्स के
हम्म
उसको आपका आंसर समझ नहीं आ रहा है, सॉर्टेड नहीं है, हम फटाफट फटाफट चेंज करते हैं।
ओके।
आप समझ रहे हो, तो हम
समझे।
हमेशा एक टॉपिक पे अड़ा दो,
ओके।
है ना,
एक
फिर
टॉपिक।
आपके पास अपर एंड हो जाता है कि सर वी कैन वी डिस्कस अनदर टॉपिक लाइक दैट, इफ यू नॉट कंफर्टेबल विद इट, यू लगता है कि नहीं हो पाएगा, दिस इज वी कैन एंड द नोट लाइक दिस इज ऑल आई एम हैविंग फॉर द रेवेन्यू ऑडिट राइट नाउ, आई एम नॉट एबल टू कलेक्ट मोर, दो आई हैव डन इट लॉन्ग बैक, लाइक दैट। सो एंड वन मोर थिंग, रेज्यूमे पे सब सच लिखो, अगर झूठ लिखा है तो उसके बारे में इतना पढ़ लो कि वो सच हो जाए,
ओके।
मेक श्योर दैट। हमारे लिए
हम्म
आपका केवल इंट्रोडक्शन वो रेवेन्यू बुक ही है, ओ सॉरी करो, वो आपका सीवी ही है, आपका रेज्यूमे ही है जो है, हम वैसे ही आपको
अच्छा।
डिफाइन करते हैं। आप
ओके।
मतलब वो होते हैं ना, वो पैरामीटर सेट कर देते हो आप अपने, वो पैरामीटर सेट करने वाली
हम्म
कहानी है, उसी के अंडर पे हम घूमते रहते हैं, क्योंकि हमको कोई ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है कि क्या इंटरव्यू में क्या पूछना है, तो हमको सबसे पहले ये बोलते हैं कि भाई रेज्यूमे में जो लिखा है पहले वो पूछ लो, वो बता
ओके।
पा रही है तो अच्छी बात है, फिर वो बता दिया जो लिखा हुआ, फिर आप अपने क्वेश्चन पे जाओ।
सर, अगर जैसे कि तो बहुत लोग बोलते हैं कि रेज्यूमे अच्छा होना चाहिए, क्योंकि मतलब वो लोग बड़ी बड़ी अच्छी अच्छी फर्म्स को ही देखते हैं, क्योंकि मीडियोकर फर्म्स, अब जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल सर मैं मथुरा से हूँ, मीडियोकर फर्म से, तो बहुत से लोग बोलते हैं मथुरा से हो, आपने क्या ही किया होगा। तो हम
या
दिल्ली और या फिर बड़ी सिटी से ही हम लोग बच्चे अडॉप्ट कर रहे हैं, ले रहे हैं, तो
I,
हम
सिटी
मैं
का भी
भी इंदौर
काफी।
से हूँ, मैंने
Akansha,
भी
I'll
एक
add.
आर्टिकल इंदौर,
I'll
हाँ सब
add.
प्लीज गो या
Most of the people who are working in big fours, right from the base level till the highest level, are from smaller cities. Let me tell you,
Yes.
Akansha.
Yeah, sir.
This is all hearsay. None of the official people working in these organizations would have come up with this particular answer to you. ये आपके कोलीग्स और आपके आसपास लोगों का ग्रेप वाइन, इंस्टाग्राम और सो कॉल्ड सेल्फ प्रोक्लेम्ड गुरुज ऑन यूट्यूब हैं जो ये सब
अच्छा।
बातें बोलते हैं आपको.
हाँ सर, मतलब ऐसी उड़ती उड़ती सी आई तो मैं कि ये क्या बात होती
This
है।
I am a multiple attempt pass out, worked in PwC Deloitte. Okay.
Oh, nice,
Vibharal is
sir.
from Indore.
Okay.
So all of us who all are here are from these places only, and we have made a place there. So ये
Okay.
अपने को लगता है ऐसा because this is something
Hmm.
because you have not got into that particular area. The moment you go into these firms, you will find maximum people coming from smaller towns and smaller cities only.
Okay.
So it's all about your adaptability. Yes,
तो मैं
Vibharal.
आपको एक डेटा देता हूँ. इंदौर में,
Hmm.
पुणे में सर 28 managers are there for assurance. Okay, out of 28, 7 are from Indore and 19 are from, sorry, 15 are from नीमच. आपके इंदौर के 150 किलोमीटर आप ले लो, नीमच हो गया, निवाड़ हो गया, छोटा
Hmm.
कुछ होता है, मतलब मैं सिटीज भूल रहा हूँ. बिलीव मी आकांक्षा, 15
Yeah.
आर फ्रॉम, नॉट इवन फ्रॉम इंदौर, दे वेरी स्मॉल स्मॉल टाउन जिन्होंने वहीं पे आर्टिकलशिप करी है.
Tip
दे
okay.
आर मैनेजर राइट
Okay.
नाउ.
Hmm.
बट व्हेन यू टॉक टू देम टेक्निकली, दे ब्लू योर माइंड. दे ब्लू योर माइंड. दे आर सो गुड टेक्निकली कि आप कहीं भी बिठा दो हम लोगों को. मैं खुल के
Hmm.
बोलता हूँ, आप मेरे को किसी भी नया क्लाइंट पकड़ा दो, I will make sure that client is performing is better than what other managers handle it.
Hmm.
ये पता नहीं, हम मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि ये छोटे फॉर्म वाले ही कर पाते हैं, क्योंकि आप लोगों ने हर चीज थोड़ा थोड़ा कर रखा है, आपको
Hmm.
मैनेज करना आने लग गया है. जिन्होंने बिग फोर से करा है तो उनको प्रोसीजर मालूम है, उनको फ्लो मालूम है काम का.
Hmm.
बट दे हैव वर्क ओनली ऑन वन स्पेसिफिक एरियाज. अगर
Okay.
उनको कुछ और काम पकड़ा दो ना, घबरा जाते हैं वो लोग. पर हम
हाँ
तो क्या है,
हाँ.
मेरे हर सेकंड ईयर क्लाइंट चेंज हुए हैं. आफ्टर 1.5 year हर बार क्लाइंट चेंज
Hmm.
हुआ है. आई नेवर, इन माई लाइफ आई नेवर गॉट अ बैड फीडबैक.
Hmm.
नो मैटर क्लाइंट कब आ रहा है, कब जा रहा है. और
Okay,
बाकी
sir.
लोग, बहुत से लोग ऐसे हैं जो 7 साल से फॉर्म में और 7 साल से एक ही क्लाइंट पे काम कर रहे हैं, सिर्फ एक ही
Okay.
क्लाइंट पे
Same
काम कर रहे हैं.
client.
और मैंने अराउंड 23-24 क्लाइंट्स पे काम कर लिया है. जब उनको लगता है कि अरे इस वाले क्लाइंट पे वो मैनेजर ठीक नहीं कर रहा, मेरे को डाल देंगे, या एक और इंदौरी है उसको डाल देंगे.
Hmm.
We things like that. Think how
Okay.
dynamic you are all depend upon that, and I'm happy
Okay.
to do that because I got to learn many things. So that is why I have portfolio like revenue भी है, capital allocation भी करा है मैंने. capital allocation के पहले मैंने मैनेजमेंट फी टेस्टिंग भी करा है. फिर रेवेन्यू पे आ गया हूँ, फिक्स एसेट्स पे आ गया हूँ, पेंशन ऑडिट्स पे आ गया हूँ, कनाडा का देख लिया, एपैक पे चला गया, मतलब पैसिफिक,
Hmm.
एशिया पैसिफिक रीजन्स में, वहां पे ऑडिट किए उनके साथ. So this give me an experience. I have the confidence to start something of my own because मैं चेंजेस से घबरा नहीं रहा हूँ. So
सही
always
बात है.
open. आप भी ट्राई करो. किसी बिग फोर में नहीं है तो बीडीओ ट्राई करो, जीटी ट्राई करो, बहुत सी फर्म्स हैं, बिल्कुल लेंगी.
शायद मैंने भी रिसेंट में ट्राई किया था, तो उन्होंने क्या बोला कि आपकी आर्टिकलशिप मई 23 में, मतलब 23 में खत्म हो गई थी, उसके बाद आपको एक्सपोजर नहीं है प्रैक्टिकल, इसलिए हम आपको नहीं ले सकते. मतलब मैं उस टाइम में ना शॉक हो गई थी कि ये क्या रीजन होता है कि अगर किसी की आर्टिकलशिप पहले खत्म हो गई थी और किसी में किसी रीजन से किसी ने 1 साल वर्क नहीं किया है, तो ये क्या बात होती है रिजेक्शन का.
सेम सेम केस मेरे संग हुआ. मेरी आर्टिकल 4 साल पहले खत्म हो गई थी. ओके,
हम्म.
इंटरव्यू. मैंने उनको बोला आप एज इंटर्न लोगे क्या मेरे को. उन्होंने बोला ठीक है, मैं कॉन्ट्रैक्टर ले लेंगे आपको, आप 3 महीने काम करो. मैंने ठीक है, मैं एज कॉन्ट्रैक्टर घुसा ही हुआ है मैं. और मेरा सीए हो गया था. फिर उन्होंने 3 महीने बाद बोला हाँ तुम्हारा काम अच्छा है, वी विल वांट यू टू कंटिन्यू. मैंने ठीक. सो दिस इज हाउ आई प्रूव माय वर्थ.
तो
आई
वो
डिडंट लुक
चांस ही
एट.
नहीं दे रहे. सर वो चांस ही
आप
नहीं दे रहे.
तो एज कॉन्ट्रैक्टर चांस देंगे, एज एन इंटर्न चांस देंगे, एज कॉन्ट्रैक्टर चांस देंगे, वो आपको
हम्म.
देंगे. वो हम रिटेन करते हैं लोगों को जो अच्छा परफॉर्म
हम्म.
करता है, डेफिनेटली.
ओके. ओके सर. थैंक यू.
We had a good conversation. So I think Vibharal, we can call this off now.
So
If I think Mayank has one last question, let's take Mayank's question and then we can
yeah.
wrap this up. Yes, Mayank, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Yeah, sir, am I audible?
Yeah, mine.
Yeah, hi, Vibhral. So what I have worked on basically international taxation and transfer pricing, and I work for like different countries. I've done my industrial thing, but now the thing is, will I be able to go into stat audit because I don't have any practical exposure. मतलब theoretically तो पता है, but practically उतना नहीं पता है. So will that help? Like, do they just see कि आपने articleship में क्या करा तभी stat audit में जा सकते हो? या फिर a person having a different knowledge of international tax, because I think very few people have that about transfer pricing and all. So does that help? या फिर what else can be done?
So let me repeat what I have heard because थोड़ा voice इतना proper नहीं था. आपने transfer pricing में काम किया है, am I right?
मैंने इंटरनेशनल टैक्सेशन एंड ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग में इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग करी है अपनी।
International taxation and transfer pricing में worked on, right?
यस,
And
एंड
you
द
have the
नॉर्मल
practical.
टैक्सेशन एंड जीएसटी एज वेल।
Yeah,
या
so that is none of the concern of that guy. Big four का concern नहीं है. The normal taxation everything. So I'm speaking very bluntly, but they don't consider it as that as an experience for them. Okay. So you're saying transfer pricing and international taxation you have worked on a little bit. Okay. And you're saying that people are saying in Deloitte that you're not having practical experience of that.
नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ इफ आई वांट टू गेट इन, मेरा रिजल्ट बाकी है, इफ आई वांट टू गेट इनटू स्टार्ट ऑडिट, लाइक आर देयर
Yeah,
चांसेस?
yeah. See, you can do. Definitely you can do. It is all about like what I will suggest you. Well, I will suggest you to be very honest, Amain. आप एक बार कहीं घुस जाओ. अगर वो बोलते हैं कि आपकी उन्होंने प्रोफाइल सेलेक्ट करेंगे आपका रेज्यूमे देख के, आपने बोला कि ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग इंटरनेशनल टैक्सेशन में ले रखा है, तो वो आपको उसी चीज के लिए उन्होंने इंटरव्यू के लिए बुलाया होगा. ठीक है.
ओके,
मुझे बाकियों की पॉलिसी का नहीं मालूम. ईवाई की सिंपल पॉलिसी है, आप एक साल किसी एक सेक्टर में काम करो. ठीक है. और इफ यू वांट टू चेंज इट देन यू अप्लाई फॉर इट. आपको इंटरनल चेंज मिल जाता है. और बहुत लोगों को मिला भी है इस साल. इस साल लिटरली बहुत लोगों को मिला. आई डोंट नो व्हाई बट मिला है. ओके. देन यू कैन चेंज इट.
मतलब डायरेक्ट स्टार्ट ऑडिट में जा सकते, क्योंकि मैंने एटीएस में भी रहा था तो उसमें भी बहुत कम स्कोर आ रहा था, तो फिर मैंने बोला इट लुक्स टफ डायरेक्टली गेटिंग इनटू स्टार्ट ऑडिट, इतना प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपोजर है नहीं।
मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ ना, अपना एक्सपीरियंस के दम पे आप पहले किसी बिग फोर बड़ी अच्छी कंपनी में घुसने अंदर चले जाओ, फिर बाद में अंदर जाके फिर चेंज कर लेना. हो जाते हैं चेंजेस.
ओके, मतलब
बहुत से
जिसमें
लोग हैं
मेरा
जो आए हैं
पेपर
हमारे मतलब ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग डिपार्टमेंट से. बहुत सारे लोग हैं पुणे में जो स्टेट ऑडिट में आए हैं, क्योंकि उनको ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग पूरा बैंगलोर शिफ्ट करना है.
ओके,
ऐसा होता है. बहुत बहुत ये सब लोकेशन स्ट्रेटेजी, बहुत सारी स्ट्रेटेजी होती है कंपनी की, जिस कारण से चीजें यहाँ वहाँ शिफ्ट होती हैं. लोग यहाँ वहाँ निकलते हैं, यहाँ डिपार्टमेंट उठ के वहाँ डिपार्टमेंट में आते हैं. हर जगह होता है. घर में भी अपने घरों में होता है नॉर्मल. तो
बराबर।
वो प्रैक्टिकल बस मैं आपको ये बोलूंगा कि आप अपना एक्सपीरियंस जो आपने काम किया है ना, पहले इसमें चले जाओ, एंट्री ले लो, बाद में चेंज कर लेना. इस साल भर काम करके देखो, शायद आपको वहां मजा आने लग जाए. वहां इतना प्रॉपर अरेंज हो कि आपको बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मिले. और ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग वाले लोगों को रोटेशन में जल्दी जाने मिलता है. तो एक भी
अच्छा,
प्लस पॉइंट ये भी है वो भी
ओ,
कि
ओके,
आपको शायद हाई रहे शॉर्ट टर्म रोटेशन, 3 महीने रोटेशन के लिए.
अच्छा। ये अभी ईवाई का जो प्री प्लेसमेंट ड्राइव आया था उसमें मैंने स्टार्ट ऑडिट के लिए अप्लाई करा था, इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा था, तो चांसेस कम ही है राइट, जैसे आपने बोला?
नहीं नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. चांसेस डिपेंडिंग अपॉन आपका इंटरव्यू कैसा गया और बंदा जिसने आपका इंटरव्यू लिया है वो कैसा है.
मुझे एटीएस में अगर वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं हुआ तो फिर वैसा होगा।
कौन लेने आया था आपका इंटरव्यू?
नहीं, मेरा इंटरव्यू हुआ नहीं है। आई हैव अप्लाइड फॉर प्री रिजल्ट ड्राइव फॉर ईवाई राइट नाउ। आई थिंक देयर इज अ
अच्छा.
प्री रिजल्ट
ओके
ड्राइव गोइंग ऑन, या फॉर
ओके ओके ओके.
द रिजल्ट्स आर, तो उसके लिए मैंने अप्लाई करा था, बट ऐसे ही चेक करने के लिए मैंने एटीएस से चेक करा था स्कोर, तो वो उतना अच्छा आ नहीं रहा था, तो इसलिए मेरे को आपको पूछना था।
नहीं नहीं यार, सर मैं थोड़ा सा आउट ऑफ पिक्चर जा रहा हूँ. ये एटीएस क्या है?
Applicant tracking system, ATS friendly. These are the buzzwords of these Gen Z people. They want to make their resumes suited to a particular software. I have been telling them that softwares are not the only things. Humans read your CVs, humans understand it, and then things go further.
पहली बात तो भाइयों और बहनों, पहली बात ये कि तुमको एक बोलता है ना कि कीवर्ड्स लिखो रेज्यूमे में, कीवर्ड्स होने चाहिए, ये सब कहने की बात है. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता है ना.
क्या?
कोई कीवर्ड्स नहीं होते. हम पागल थोड़ी ना है कि हम कीवर्ड हम समझ जाएंगे. कीवर्ड में मतलब क्या, आगे पीछे क्या, फिक्स एसेट्स, तो क्या फिक्स एसेट में क्या किया है. आप आए हो, आपने एग्जिस्टेंस टेस्टिंग करी है कि आपने पूरा अकाउंटिंग टेस्टिंग करी है, क्या हम पढ़ेंगे ना पूरा. हमें सवाल पूछना है उसके दम पे, वरना हम बेवकूफ लगेंगे आपके सामने बैठे हुए वहां पे. तो हम गो थ्रू करते हैं हर चीज. हम पूरा रेज्यूमे पढ़ते हैं. हम लोगों को पढ़ने की आदत है, तो वी रीड. हम वो रील वाले बंदे नहीं है प्लीज. हम
Abhi,
बैठते हैं सामने 5 मिनट
this
का
is the
वीडियो बनता
real
है.
challenge nowadays, Vibhral. tell these people now, they listen to all those reels and shorts 20 times a day, and then they realize that this is the only way out. Sometimes people like you and me sit here in the evening, investing the time, making them understand कि भाई तुम इंसान हो, तुमने काम किया है, वो दिखता है. Any machine, any software cannot simply eliminate you because of this ATS and other things. ये software companies में ज़्यादा होता है. वहाँ पे
हाँ,
वहाँ पे
वहां
application
पे होता है क्योंकि
यहाँ
सर
पे
वहां पे
नहीं होता.
टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत सारी है, लैंग्वेजेस बहुत सारे हैं, तो वहां पे उन लोगों को देखते हैं कि ये लैंग्वेज है कि नहीं आपके रिज्यूमे में. तो अपन बहुत सिंपल लोग हैं, ऑडिट करा है कि नहीं करा है, बस का बात खत्म. वहां पे तो जो आपकी नॉलेज जो आपने जो हम क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं जो आपको करा हुआ है, हम ये नहीं पूछते जो आपको करना है, वो तो हम सिखाएंगे आपको. आप
नहीं,
भले
हम तो
चार्टर्ड
पूछ
अकाउंटेंट हो या
सकते हैं.
स्टाफ हो, आपकी 2 महीने की ट्रेनिंग होती होती है. तो
ओके.
सो मेक श्योर दैट ऐसा नहीं है. और सर मैं थोड़ा सा ज्ञान दे रहा हूँ छोटा सा. मेरे फोन में ना इंस्टाग्राम है ना फेसबुक है. यूट्यूब भी मजबूरी में है क्योंकि मैं क्रिकेट के हाइलाइट्स देखने होते हैं मेरे को. आप विश्वास मानो, मेरे में टाइमर लगा हुआ है, मैं आधे घंटे से ज्यादा मेरा यूट्यूब अपने आप बंद हो जाता है, और पासवर्ड मेरी वाइफ को मारो दोबारा खोलने का. मुझे मालूम भी नहीं है कि मैं दोबारा कैसे खोल सकता हूँ उस चीज को. प्लीज 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 स्टॉप वॉचिंग रील्स. आपका अटेंशन स्पैन इतनी जल्दी गिरेगा कि आपको समझ भी नहीं आएगा कि आप ध्यान क्यों नहीं लगा पा रहे हो चीजों पे. मैं जैनजीज को अपनी टीम में लेता ही नहीं हूं अनलेस एंड देयर एक्सेप्शनल. क्यों? क्योंकि वो सवाल जो पूछते हैं ना, ये कैसे होगा, नहीं, सवाल ये पूछना चाहिए कि मैंने ट्राई किया, मेरे से नहीं हुआ, मैंने ये ट्राई किया, मैंने ये ट्राई किया, ये मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है सर, आप मेरी हेल्प कर दो. समझ आता है. जो जैनजी आजकल कैसे आते होगा, आप बता दो, आप कर दो. दैट इज नॉट अ गुड अप्रोच. यू हैव टू लेट मी नो कि सर मैंने ये ट्राई करके देखा, मैंने वो ट्राई करके देखा, मेरे से नहीं हुआ. तो अप्रोच में बहुत फर्क आ जाता है, आपका अटेंशन स्पेन कितना है. सो प्लीज, दैट मेक्स यू मैनेजर, दैट मेक्स यू सीनियर मैनेजर, दैट प्रमोट यू अबव एंड अबव. मैं जाके अपने पार्टनर से ये नहीं बोल सकता कि मैंने फाइल देखी, आप बता दो कैसे करना है. नो, आई हैव टू फाइंड 1,000 ways ऑफ डूइंग इट. इफ आई फेल देन आई हैव टू आस्क दैट पर्सन. क्योंकि जब आपका क्वेश्चन भी डिफाइन हो जाता है कि मैंने ये सारे अप्रोच देख लिए, माई एप सी, जब आप रिसर्च करके जाते हो तो आपका क्वेश्चन बहुत डेफिनेट, बहुत प्रिसाइज हो जाता है कि ये कैसे होगा. आई हैव ट्राइड दिस दैट. सो प्लीज गाइस, मैं तो मैं कुछ टीचर्स के लेक्चर फिर से देखने लग गया हूँ कभी कभी बीच में, बिलीव मी. क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि मैं कहीं और दिमाग लगाऊंगा तो मेरा दिमाग ठप हो जाएगा. सो ट्राई करो कि आप लोग रील्स देखना बंद करो, और प्लीज ज्ञान लेना बंद करो. गो विथ पीपल हु आर लिटरली वर्किंग ऑन दिस फील्ड एंड फिजिकली ऑन कॉल, वीडियो कॉल, दे आर अवेलेबल टू यू. जिनसे आप पढ़े हो, जिनको आप जानते हो, आप उनसे बात करो. वो कभी भी आपको गलत सलाह नहीं देंगे.
थैंक्स अ लॉट.
है ना. हम लोग, मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, मैं हूँ क्या दीपक सर, मैं रेज्यूमे पूरा पढ़ता हूँ. जिन 10 लोगों के संग मैं इंटरव्यू लेने जाता हूँ वो भी रेज्यूमे पूरा पढ़ते हैं. है ना. और हमको मालूम होता है कि कहाँ इसने झूठ लिखा हुआ है, कहाँ सच लिखा हुआ है. और हम हाईलाइट कर देते हैं कि हमें ये झूठी है, इससे मत पूछो ये वाली चीजें. पहले जो सच लग रही है वो पूछ लेते हैं. अगर वो उसका जवाब भी नहीं दे पाया तो ये झूठ वाली चीजों से पूछ को उसको खुद रियलाइज करा देंगे कि भाई तुम रिजेक्ट हो चुके हो. आप समझ रहे हो.
हाँ हाँ.
है ना. तो प्लीज रेज्यूमे में सब सच लिखो. अगर वो झूठ है तो उसके बारे में इतना पढ़ लो कि तुम उसको एज अ सच बता पाओ. ओके. सो वर्क ऑन दैट. और बिग फोर इज नॉट योर ऑब्जेक्टिव. योर ऑब्जेक्टिव टू एंटर एनी गुड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. बिग फोर में धीरे से आ जाना. बिग फोर में ओनली प्लस पॉइंट विच आई फील लाइक इज वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस. मेरा तो अच्छा है, भगवान जाने लोग क्यों बोलते हैं यू वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस नहीं है.
नहीं, वो इंडिया, आई टेल यू द रीजन. द इंडिया बिजनेस स्टोरीज
हाँ.
go beyond the expectation because there they slog on quarter
वीकेंड.
closures and year end closures. So अब उसको क्या out of the proportion blow करते हैं. They get resting time also, they get breaks also, but what happens is if they work for few days in the night, they come back, putting it on Instagram, again putting it on YouTube and LinkedIn, saying I'm working Big Four. They are not saying that I'm getting paid well, I'm treated well, my facilities are far better. Nobody tells that. They only keep on complaining on one thing. Arey bhai, you know you are auditing and signing those companies which are a part of BSE 500, Nifty 50. So they have to be clubbed together. They have to be consolidated. There needs to be that effort. एंड एज सिंपल एज दैट आंसर. नहीं कर सकते हो मत ज्वाइन करो. Now, Vibhral, what is happening is everybody wants a 9 to 5 job with a salary of a investment banker.
सर नहीं मिलेगी वो तो, कभी कहीं नहीं मिलेगी.
वो कौन
अब यू
समझाएगा इनको.
till that time you are feeling you are underpaid, you are not learning. Till, when you are feeling that pay doesn't matter what work you are doing, are you learning about it, और आपको ग्रो करने का मौका मिल रहा है, आपको नॉलेज स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ रहा है, तो वहीं पे सारा खेल है. मैं मेरे को नहीं मालूम, बट मैं अपनी वाइफ को देखता हूँ. शी इज वर्किंग ऑन वीकेंड्स ऑल्सो. वो अपनी ईवाई में काम करती है, अपना कुछ करती रहती है, कोड्स लिखती है, एआई से कोड पढ़ रहे हैं. So I'm seeing one mad person at my home. Okay. So I have seen people working like this, learning like anything. So I think वही आगे है. एआई बोलते ना, एआई जॉब खा जाएगा. अगर आप एआई वाला काम करोगे तो पक्का जॉब खा जाएगा. आपको ह्यूमन टच लाना पड़ेगा फाइल में. एआई हर चीज थोड़ी ना कर पा रहा है. हम ऐसा थोड़ी ना कि हमने क्लाइंट डेटा आया, हमने माइक्रोसॉफ्ट को पायलट पे डाला और हमको ऑडिट रिपोर्ट आ गई. ऐसा थोड़ी ना होता है. इतना इतना आगे नहीं बढ़ा एआई अभी. एआई ने आपके रिपीटेड टास्क कम कर दिए हैं. जो टास्क मुझे सर्च बटन पे दबा दबा के सर्च करने पड़ रहे थे, वो किल कर दिया है. वो सब काम कम हुए हैं. मुझे एक्सेल का एक बड़ा फॉर्मूला लिखना है, बहुत सारे इफ एंड और कंडीशन वाला, तो मेरा वो काम कम हुआ कि भाई मैं इतना बड़ा फॉर्मूले को जज करने बैठूंगा, लिखने बैठूंगा, मुझे बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा. तो आई विल गिव द डिस्क्रिप्शन टू द Copilot एंड इट गिव मी द फॉर्मूला. मैं फॉर्मूला को चेक करके लगा दूंगा, मेरा वो काम हो जाएगा. वो काम कम किया एआई ने. एआई ने ऑडिट थोड़ी ना कम कर दिया. ऑडिट तो पूरे ही कर रहा हूँ आज की तारीख में. जो काम मेरा स्टाफ करता था 4-10 घंटे, 10-12 घंटे में, वो एआई ने 2 घंटे में करके दे दिया. बस इतना ही फर्क आया है. वो इतना ही फर्क रहेगा अपनी फील्ड में तो.
Okay, thanks for such a deep clarity and knowledge.
थैंक यू मयंक, एंड बी पॉजिटिव बडी. आप केवल फोकस करो अपने नॉलेज पे,
Oh, sure.
है ना.
चलिए, so I think we have almost
Yeah.
come to the end of the session.
I have a client call at 7:30, sir.
Yes.
So I will change and I will come back to
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Vibharal, and
you.
I'll just take the opportunity to thank you on behalf of all the candidates here. The only thing is, this is a pre-result session which we had. We would again try to steal some of your time post results also, if possible, against your busy schedule. So thank you very much, Vibharal, for enlightening as usual to the young and upcoming kids, which helps them to understand the world better. So
Thank you, sir,
very
for
much
giving
on
me the
behalf of
opportunity.
Sorry?
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. And one more thing, as I said, chill, little bit chill, and थोड़ा टेंशन लो, but थोड़ा और chill करो. Oh, things will go better.
Yes. Okay. So thank you very much,
Okay.
Vibharal. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. See you soon, sir.
Okay.